Hey everyone, welcome to day 13 of 100 days of AWS, and in today's video I'm going to talk about load balancers. The checklist of today is that we have to understand what load balancer is. We'll see how load balancer works and how they help in horizontal scaling. We'll see what are the types of load balancers, and we are going to create a load balancer in Amazon Lightsail. So let us first understand what a load balancer is with help of this diagram. Alright, so as you can see, generally when we create a server, in our case it is a Lightsail instance, the user will directly connect to that instance. Now the problem arises when we increase the number of instance. Suppose I have made another instance in the same region and I want that the traffic is distributed. Now you can do it in two ways. First of all, you can have a router which distributes the traffic evenly to each server. Now, this is a complex process, and the router does not know the state of your server. I mean, what is the load? Is your server working efficiently or not? Because it works on the network level. Now, to counter this, there is an application, or you can say a functionality we call a load balancer. So this load balancer, what it does, it is able to get the traffic and then redirect it to the relevant server depending upon the state of the server. Now the key part is the state. Now what can be a state here? Now state can be load, health, and availability. So we can think of it how heavily loaded the server is, if this server is healthy, or if the server is available or not. Now in this case, there would be a request. It can be redirected to server 1 or server 2 depending upon the configuration of this algorithm. Such as you can use round robin, wherein one request will go to the server 1 and another request will go to server 2. So this is a load balancer. Now how it helps in horizontal scaling. Suppose you want to add more servers, right? I can just copy this, and suppose I started one more server or one more instance named server 3. Now once I feel it is healthy, I can just add the endpoint inside my load balancer and it will start serving the traffic. I can also define what percentage of traffic I need to serve forward on each server. If the server is unhealthy, I can just take it out and use it for troubleshooting purpose. So this way, load balancer helps a lot in horizontal scaling. So let us understand what are the types of load balancer. So first is the application load balancer or ALB, and then you have the network load balancer or NLB. So application load balancer works on layer 7 and network load balancer works on layer 4, that is the TCP and UDP. So if we see the categorization, you can see we have the transport layer and the application layer. And in terms of AWS, we have application load balancer that works on layer 7, network load balancer that works on layer 4, and the classic load balancer, which can handle both layer 4 and layer 7, but they don't have the advanced features. Now how does this load balancer work? I've explained it here. You can just go through the notes. And now let us create a load balancer with Amazon Lightsail. Alright, so I'm inside my Lightsail dashboard and I will go to networking and create a load balancer. Now you'll see the HTTPS part is disabled because we need to configure certificate, and I will show you how you can do that. First of all, you need to define the name of your load balancer. Click on create. It will cost you around 18 USD per month. Select the instance. Now you can select multiple instances. You can select up to n number of instances here, and it will be able to you can say forward traffic to that. You can click on attach another once you have the other instance. I have only one instance in this region as of now, so I will not be able to attach it. Now you can specify custom health checking. For example, I can specify a service inside my server. For example, my server IP is 13.x.x.1, and I can run that service around port 80 or maybe port 5000, which once queried. So suppose if load balancer want, I can define that if you can give a HTTP request here, it will provide the health response in form of the HTTP request. So that would be either, if it is getting 200 OK, then this means this server is healthy. So what you can define here is the port number. It will already take the instance IP address. You can define the port number. And once you customize this, the load balancer will keep on pinging it up, and till it is getting 200 OK, it will consider the instance is healthy. Then you have a concept called session persistence, which means that suppose you have an e-commerce website. You have a user who is browsing the website on server 1. And to have a better user experience, it is best to keep that user in server 1. For example, he had put some products in his cart, right? So the user had put some products in their cart, right? So it would be best to keep the experience in the server 1, so that if now user refreshes and he is suddenly connected to server 3, then it depends that they might lose their card because the session is changed. They might lose the product. They might lose the products in their cart because the session is changed. So to have a better user experience, it's best to keep the session persistence in case of a production workload when you are working with sessions and when you are working with the e-commerce type websites. Then you can attach custom domains, like you can create certificate. Well, you can create the certificate name and you can define the domain name. So for example, I can state 100days.aws.com, and you can create the certificate with this domain name. Once you create this certificate, you would be able to attach, you can say 443 as a port. So 443 is for HTTPS, and then you can use HTTP to HTTPS redirection as well. Now to map it to domain name, you can just add a CNAME entry in where your traffic, for example, 100days.aws.com, would act as a canonical name to this domain name of load balancer. So in this way, you can attach the instance and then you can remove the instance as well. And so load balancer, as I mentioned, right, it's helpful in horizontal scaling. So I would recommend you to go ahead and try it out. And in case you have any queries, you can ask me in the comment box or reach out to me. And in case you haven't, please like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you are notified for the new videos that I'm posting in this series of 100 Days of AWS. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and enjoy.